Hi, I'm LK Silva, and I am here to give you a brief overview of the formatting and grammar class. The reason this class is asynchronous and static is because grammar is pretty static. I've set this up in 10 sections so that you have time to kind of go through everything. You'll be surprised at how you feel about grammar when you're done. I know it's not everybody's forte. I said something in the one of the courses about the fact that I've been teaching this stuff for 30 years and I don't have any of it memorized. I have way more important things to memorize than the 19 rules of commas. But that doesn't mean that we can't utilize the tools to help us get better. It's also very important that we don't make assumptions that everybody knows the same thing. I don't assume that writers all know that whenever a new person speaks, they get a brand new line, that they get an indentation for their quotation marks. I don't assume that everybody knows that the exclamation mark is a middle school construct that is seldom used in fiction writing. So I just don't make those assumptions. So there's some of this you'll go through and you'll go, I already know all of this. I've tried to make this fun. There's a couple Jeopardy quizzes. There'll be some YouTubes to watch. But again, the idea is for you to recognize what your weaknesses are so that you can kind of hone in on those and focus in on those. And maybe when it comes time for mentoring, if you want to throw one of those grammar issues out at your mentor to say, I kind of have an issue with my dialogue punctuation, then they can look for that. I hope that you find this kind of interesting. I will be around on the discussion boards for us to discuss things. Again, it's not the most interesting of topics, but it is important because your work is being judged. And it's one of the things that I'd always tell my students. I've been teaching for 30 years, and I've been teaching it online at university level for about 15. And it's one of the things I try to get my students to understand. Whether you want a teacher or an instructor or a professor to judge you based on your formatting is irrelevant. And I always give this as an example. I have 2 daughters, and if there was a prom and one of their boys that everybody loves thought he was a great guy, good student, good athlete, if he showed up the door wearing a Hawaiian t-shirt, flip-flops, and torn jean shorts, would you really be okay with him taking your kid out to the prom? Even though he's a nice kid, but wait a minute, I get through the Hawaiian shirt. Really? We don't. We have to deal with human nature. And I actually spend a great deal of time when I'm teaching talking about how the brain works. And our brains are conditioned to take in what our eyes see and make judgments on that. So if your formatting leaps off the page before your ideas, before your characters, before your story, it's the end of the story. That you're done. He's done. He's Hawaiian shirt, great guy, whatever. Am I letting my kid, who's all dressed up and ready to go, out the door with this really nice kid in his Hawaiian shirt? No. Now, maybe you would, but the majority of us would go, yeah, your formatting's off. So let's not get rejected from publishers and editors because of something that is not creative, such as formatting and grammar. So that's what this is about. Take your time, get them all done. There's 10 sections. Sometimes there's assignments, sometimes there's not. I just try to give you as many tools as I could for your writing toolbox, which is what this Writing Academy is really all about. We're trying to give you as many tools to be able to be successful in your writing endeavor. So that being said, I may pop in and have more to say. I may not. It is grammar and formatting after all. But it's the thing that will keep you back even if you have a great story. So don't get in your own way. Every one of us needs help with grammar and formatting, including those of us that have published a lot of books. Still need an editor, still need help, still focused in, but it is part of the game. You need to learn it. So have fun, and I will see you in the discussion boards. See ya. Okay.